Hey girl, so Kanye West I know. It's 9:23 p.m. Wednesday night, the night before I'm releasing this, so I have to like the whole episode is up. I've got everything situated the way I wanted it to, and I was just gonna la-di-da, but this nigga won't shut the fuck up, and people won't stop giving him fucking platforms to speak. I thought that it was like, okay, when he goes off on Twitter, nobody in their right mind is gonna have him on their show. Then Drink Champs. And so I figure, okay, Drink Champs had to take the whole episode down. So if that's not a thing, like after the Drink Champs episode, ain't no way in hell anybody's gonna have them on their show. He was just on Piers Morgan. Listen, I'm not gonna be long with this. Check it out. Come back at the end of the episode. Just listen, if you want to listen just to the main part of this episode, I mean, like, you can totally do that, but come back at the end and I'll play the 5-minute clip at the end of this episode of his interview with Piers Morgan, like the craziest part of it. And we'll have a brief discussion, because I don't want this episode to be too long, but we'll have a powwow. Okay, we're just gonna powwow about it. Enjoy the episode.
Welcome to Selfish, the self-care experience like no other, brought to you by Mo Scrubs. Imagine a retreat that's all about the soft life. No cooking, no cleaning, no stress, just good times, good food, and great company. Selfish is all about giving you the space to rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul and indulge in luxury. At Selfish, all you have to do is show up and we do the rest. From the moment you arrive at Selfish, you'll be greeted by our amazing staff and treated like royalty. This all-inclusive retreat includes everything from your meals to entertainment to some of the most relaxing self-care services you could imagine. You also get up-close and personal access to Mo Scrubs products and more. In 2023, we are getting selfish as in the beautiful and posh Scottsdale, Arizona. We'll enjoy the same features that you've come to love at Selfish and even explore Old Town Scottsdale and their best spots for tacos and margaritas. Selfish is an intimate experience with limited space that goes fast, so be sure you register today. Visit moscrubsbytoya.com/selfish for more information and to invest in you.
Welcome to the Queen's Table Podcast. I'm your host, Marissa J, and today I was going to do an episode about why I'm not going to stop saying nigga and why white people still cannot say it. I have a whole essay planned out. Yes, ma'am. I'm feeling chaotic. But that's not going to be today's episode. We're going to save that for a later date. It's already been recorded, guys. It's already been done up, okay? I'm just trying to figure out how to edit it to make it not sound incredibly racist. But if you know me, then you know I be wildin'. I be saying shit. But just like today, I'm going to be saying shit. It's going to be an unpopular opinions day. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Starting out with Christian Rock now has an entire Mount Rushmore of blue face on her neck, okay? Even though he won't even post her on IG. Unless she's going off or going insane some kind of way. He treats her like a whole ass dude, okay? But he's super soft with Jaden Alexis, which is his baby mama, okay? And the blogs have been saying here recently, because she's, been all over the place, because she has another blue face fucking tattoo on her neck, and everybody's all like, oh, he's so rough with her, he plays too much with her, and blah blah blah, and yah, and this, that, and the third. And even though he is kind of rough with his baby moms, he doesn't treat her like he treats Krishan. Here go the unpopular opinion. Y'all ready for this? She's doing this shit to herself. Okay? This nigga is no worse than the baby. He is community peen, and she looks dumb, and they're the reason why folks listen to Candace Owens. It's the same thing with the lady that got robbed off a Hinge. She knew this nigga for 12 days, okay? Had no clue that he had a baby mom or anything like that, and was seriously befuddled when he robbed her. Now, there's a nigga that I've been seeing for months, okay? And he has no clue where I keep any of my valuables. I don't have many valuables. I don't. But the few that I do, he has no idea where I keep that shit. She left $10K around him. So yeah, of course, he stole it. Which, by the way, she never really gets into any detail about. Like, did you give it to him? Was it a Bitcoin? Did you just have that much in cash laying around? 10K is a lot. And it kind of sounds to me like you were just a really good mark. Or you were really finessed. Now he's texting her and threatening her life and some more shit, which is not okay. That is not okay. All right? I'm not defending him at all. Okay? But here go the unpopular opinion. Those that are so desperate for love that can't tell when they are the ATM in 12 days, baby, you deserve to get robbed. And hopefully this will shame you into some sort of discernment. And that is not victim blaming. That is being realistic. Okay? Here she is purposefully putting herself at risk while women in Iran, okay, are still protesting the murder of Masha Amani. Come on. They've been protesting for months, bro. And the police are just getting worse. They're getting way worse. If you don't know who Masha Amani is, go look her up. There's CCTV footage of her falling out in this courtroom. She died. They beat the fuck out of her. And she died. Who beat the fuck out of her? The cops. Why they beat the fuck out of her? Because she was wearing her hijab too loosely. Not that she wasn't wearing it at all. She was wearing it too loosely. It was indecent. So they beat her up. And she died. And they're protesting. See, this is the way that protesting is supposed to work. You protest and you don't get sidetracked by the new Yeezy or by any of this silly shit. You stay on track and you stay the course. Okay? They have been out there and they have been protesting for months. They have been not really been getting the global recognition that George Floyd did. They haven't been. But they're trying. They're trying their absolute fucking best. But people still aren't paying attention. It's just kind of like, oh, that sucks. Keep it moving. What? No. You want to know why I say no? Because there's another girl that's gone missing. Yeah. Let's see. What the fuck is today? Oh, shit. I don't even know. Oh, shit. What the hell? Okay. Wednesday, October 19th. Today is Wednesday. Yesterday morning, L. what her name is? El Nas Reckabee, say her name. She was doing some sort of, listen, I don't really know, because ain't nobody really talking about it, so I don't really know all the details and shit. But listen, that's her name, El Nas Reckabee, all right? And she was in Seoul, Korea, because she's a rock climber, like in a sport, in an athletic rock climber. And she was at this rock climbing event in Seoul, Korea. And I don't know if y'all ever been rock climbing before. I know I used to be on the track team back in high school. And when we had to practice in the winter time and when in the colder months, because yeah, we practiced year round. Coach Fields did not play. So when we were practicing in the colder months, even though it was cold as shit outside, we was sweating like a motherfucker up underneath them little knit hats that we had. We had to wear them, didn't want to get sick, didn't want to get your hair cold, right? So, but I know that shit was hot. They were inside. She was wearing shorts, just like everybody else was wearing shorts, short sleeves. It was hot. You could tell it was hot. That place just looked hot. You look at the footage and you just immediately start sweating. It looks hot in that bitch. How the fuck she supposed to rock climb with a hijab on? Somebody explain that to me. Somebody explain that the fuck to me. How you supposed to climb rocks with something obstructing your vision and something that's exerting more energy out of you? Come on, man. She was rock climbing without her hijab, and immediately it was almost like somebody was there and was like, hey, yo, she over here naked. The Iranian embassy in Seoul, Korea called her, said, hey, yo, we need you to come in now. Got her to the embassy. They took a picture of her, posted it up, and said, hey, look, she's okay. This wasn't unprovoked. They didn't immediately take the picture and then post it. I don't know when they took this picture of her. I don't even know if they took the picture of her. It hasn't been confirmed yet or not. So she gets brought to the embassy and she's never seen again. They say they put her on a plane back to Iran. Okay. Well, where the fuck is she? Because all of her friends and all of her family is sitting here saying, we don't know where the fuck she is. If they put her on a plane, when did they do it? Because she's not here. You got to think, what's the difference between Seoul, Korea and Iran? From America to either one of them places is going to take a minute. And it's like, okay, wait a minute, like, sit back. You know, it might be about 2 days for you see this motherfucker. But that's not a far distance. She should have been home. Where is she? So, but yet here this bitch is. If you're leaving, if you're sloppy enough to leave 10K around you, you are sloppy enough to allow someone to take your fucking life. People will do anything for that kind of money, including ending your life. Sitting around here being fucking silly as shit. And you know what? This another unpopular opinion. This is another reason why we need to stay the fuck up out of Ukraine. Iran is supplying kamikaze drones to Russia to go off over Ukraine. Putin has been bombing the fuck out of Kyiv and all across Ukraine. But you see, this winter, it's going to be a stalemate because don't nobody want to fight no snowy ass white people in the snow. They don't know that they can't get no backup. If it was the summertime, yeah, the U.S., we gonna bring the boys. But this the winter. Are you kidding me? Have you seen our society lately? We don't fucking fight bears at age 5. They do. So no, we're not. We don't want those problems. Are you serious? No. Nobody does. Even the folks that be living up, they don't want them fucking problems. So it's going to be a stalemate during the colder months. Because nobody from the U.S. is going to want to intervene. China's not going to want to intervene on behalf of Russia. Neither is India. These are hot ass countries. They don't want to go to the snow. It's going to be a stalemate. So all the U.S., all Biden has to do, he is in the perfect position to stand up 10 toes down and say, yo, if you don't stop with the fuck shit, Iran, if y'all don't stop with the fuck shit, beating up on your gals and whatnot, if y'all don't stop with the fuck shit, we're going to retaliate for sending them fucking kamikaze drones over there to goddamn Putin. He is in the perfect position to do this. I'm not a politician. I have not taken a single political science course a day in my fucking life. If my ass can figure this the fuck out, why the fuck can't you? It's not like we doing anything any fucking way. Can you at least flex? Can you at least pretend? Can you at least pretend? Once again, I will always and forever be a never Trumper. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never again. Never again. Never, never, never again. But he would have at least tried to flex. Hey, Putin. Yo, my guy. Hey, you gonna be in office for a while, right? You been in office for the last 20 years. Let me get my 4-year bid in. All right, we gonna make some money during this time. And then as soon as I get out, you go do your fucking thing. Next president gets in. Hey, yo, Putin. Check it. Hey, you gonna be in office for a minute, my guy. I'm only here for a second. I'm only here for a few years. So, I mean, just back the fuck up. Let me get my bid in. Let me get my little years in. And you can go the fuck off on the next one. Next one comes in. By that time, that nigga's dead. All you gotta do is stalemate him to death. Shit. But this nigga won't even buck the fuck up. Like, oh my God, this is so fucking frustrating being an American right now. It's really fucking frustrating. It was frustrating before. It was frustrating during Obama. It was frustrating during Bush. It was frustrating during Clinton, but I was a kid, so I don't really know. Like, firsthand knowledge, I don't really know like it. But yo, this is too much. This is three much. And on top of it all, I know, I'm going to get off the fucking subject in a second. Chill. But on top of it all, the government could also just pay Elon for them fucking Starlink drones that he was begging the goddamn Pentagon to fucking pay for in the first goddamn place. He was providing Starlink drones over to Ukraine to fight the fucking Russians. Elon was like, we really not finna do nothing, which we shouldn't. But he was like, we really not finna do nothing. You just finna just sanction them to death. All right. Well, I got these little toys here that, you know what I'm saying, like that can fuck some shit up. So I'ma help. Fuck it. He started providing them. Then he started realizing, fuck, war is expensive. War is expensive as fuck. So we say, hey, yo, Pentagon, knock. Hey, seeing as how, like, this is really your division and I'm, like, doing your fucking job for you, I'm not asking you to get involved. All I'm asking is throw in a couple of dollars, man. Come on, man. I'm doing your fucking job for you. It's okay. I'm a billionaire. I ain't really got shit else to do any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? I can fund a war. You know what I'm saying? I can be the real Tony Stark. It's fine. It's fine. But yo, I need some cash, bro. That's all. I mean, and the Pentagon said no. The Pentagon said no. We sitting over here, and I'm sitting here wondering, okay, Biden just came out and said for like the umpteenth time that we done gave an extra ungodly amount of fucking money to goddamn Ukraine again. What we at, like $50 billion now? $50 billion now. Can anybody in Flint, Michigan drink any water yet? Oh, okay. Y'all seeing now why it's so fucking frustrating being a goddamn American? Speaking of global topics, habe ich Publikum in Deutschland? Irgendwelche schwarzen Mädchen in Deutschland? Wie geht es auch allen? Alles okay? Ich arbeite an meinem Deutsch, also hoffe ich, wenn du da draußen bist, kann ich eine Folge nur für dich machen. Moving on. Unpopular opinion, you're not woke, you're just a toxic asshole. Unpopular opinion, the Floyd family should be suing Diddy and not Kanye. Yeah, Kanye got slapped with a $250,000 lawsuit from the George Floyd family. Yet Diddy made 30 grand, 30 G's, $30,000 off of that interview by leaving it up or allowing Drink Champs to leave it up. He got the money. Kanye is tied up in all these bad investments. You ain't getting a dollar out of him. Unpopular opinion, there hasn't been a decent piece of content from the MCU since Infinity War, and I am including Endgame in that. I said it. Unpopular opinion, pumpkin spice, scented, or flavored anything. Okay? All of that shit is made by the devil himself from his own piss and bile. Unpopular opinion, y'all think Beyonce was a witch. But if that 2012 Roman holiday Grammy performance wasn't a whole ass spell, I don't know what the fuck was. Speaking on entertainment and things that you can't say. Yeah. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. European Ashkenazi Jews are Khazarians. Unpopular opinion, new UK Prime Minister Liz Truss has no fucking clue what the hell she's doing and should resign. I don't really know if that's an unpopular opinion or not. It's pretty popular over there in the UK. But you know, I've seen a couple of things Seen a couple of articles that's just kind of like, yeah, well, when so-and-so was in office here in America, we gave him a chance. All right. She ran on the promise of like tax cutting programs and all of this stuff, kind of like Liz Warren. There's a, what did she say? There's a program for that. Kind of like how Liz Warren was. I'm not saying Liz Warren was a phony or anything like that. We didn't give her a fucking chance, so we don't have any fucking clue. But UK gave Liz Truss a chance after Boris Johnson done stepped the fuck down because he's a fucking weird asshole. Okay? But she ran on this fucking promise of cutting these taxes. But it ended up causing so much economic damage that they had to scrap it all together. The pound crashed, you guys. I don't know if you know that or not. Like, the UK is not okay right now. Mortgage rates were like soaring, still are. Like, they want her gone. They want her gone, so she's got to go. Last but not least, unpopular opinion. What Jason Lee did to Armand was trash. And the drag that Armand gave was absolutely brilliant. That's not the unpopular part. The unpopular part is that Armand going live with all of that tea so soon was so messy. They're both messy, and they deserve what they get. Now, I'm not holier than thou, okay? Those loyal fans know I am not holier than thou. I can be messy too, but I'm messy for like one episode, and then I let it the fuck go. I might like bring it up one or two more times if I'm not over it. But then I drop it, I let it the fuck go, okay? And then that's it. But this has been like dragging on and on and on. And on and on. But what Jason Lee did was super sloppy, and he totally deserved that fucking drag. That's why Armand's show was 3 hours long. I think it was like longer than that fucking Drink Champs episode. Okay? Jason Lee's was like an hour and a half. Now, Jason Lee usually does go live on Tuesdays. That's his days to go live, which is why Armand went live at exactly the same time and stole like pretty much all of his viewership. He hit like 11K last night, I think. I know it was more than 10K, but I think he hit 11K last night on a live. So, and okay. Here's where Jason Lee fucked up. Jason Lee did his show like it was like a regular fucking show. And when something this big is happening, you don't do it like it's a regular fucking show. I ended up watching like the first 20 minutes of it and skipping the majority of that time. He's not mentioning Armand anywhere. The entire 3.5 hour live, I stopped watching Armand whenever he started taking phone calls. That's when I stopped watching. I know I usually watch the phone calls of his, but I had some other things to do, and that shit was long as fuck. But I saw the meat and the potatoes, okay? The thing about it is this, it seems to me, and I'm going to wrap this shit up because I don't want to be on here for forever, but it seems to me as though they were both friends with Cardi. They wanted to drag Nicki or some fucking body. They wanted to be messy queens together. But instead of coming at it from a business point of view, they came at it as fake friends. Both of them did. They both came at each other as fake ass fucking friends. I say fake ass fucking friends with Armand because yes, just like Big Lotto did with Nikki, and I can't believe I'm sitting here talking about this shit because there's so many other fucking things in the world that are so much more important, but I'm going to talk about it. Listen, in this podcasting sphere, okay, go see how long I've been doing this shit. I've been doing this shit for a little bit, okay? For a little bit. If you guys have realized something, I started this show off, The Queen's Table. I started this show off with guests and with people coming on. And then I started gaining the attention of other people. And I'm not talking about white folks. I know sometimes whenever I'm like the others, no, I'm not talking about white folks. I'm talking about other industry people. Nobody too big, okay? But I'm gaining the attention of them. And then I'm seeing how they're moving. And I'm seeing that they're writing down everything that I'm saying. Physically writing down everything that I'm saying. And they're taking certain talking points. And then they flip certain talking points. And then they try to get me to do certain things. I'm not calling anybody's name out. Because again, like see, that's the thing. I guess that's the difference between me and Armand. I'm not going to call these people out. Some of y'all might know who they are, but I'm not going to call these people out. Okay? I'm just not going to do it. Not unless they drag my name into some shit. Then it's all gloves is off. But Jason didn't really, I mean, like, yeah, he was poking at Armand, but Armand was super sensitive and was like, oh, I know. When you could have just let that shit roll off your fucking shoulders. In the same way that a lot of industry people, they don't, like a lot of folks are like, I don't like to look at comments because I focus too much on the bad than the good. So like if I have 99 comments that are like, great episode, wonderful episode, love the episode, and one comment that says it was trash, then you're going to focus on that trash comment a hell of a lot more so than the 99 other people that loved it. Okay? People who, you know, if you know that that's a trigger of yours, yes, absolutely. Don't fucking turn the comments off. Absolutely. Don't put yourself in a position to be uncomfortable, right? But for the people that are aware of it, but then do nothing about it, I just have a problem with it. I have a problem with it all. They should have came at it as like, hey, so you do this, you do X, Y, and Z, and I do similar things. We're both friends with this person. We both want to attack this person. We can actually make a lot of money if we do this, 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 and this. Let's get some teams together and turn this into a project. Just like you would do anything else, just like you would do with an episode, just like you would do with a promotion, just like you would do with an interview. You plan the shit out. Why didn't they do that? Oh, because a lot of fucking people in this industry are fake as fuck. Fake as fuck. I know I wouldn't have any issue if somebody came at me like, hey, Marissa, here's a business opportunity. You want to play this long haul game? And I have had somebody approach me like that. And I did appreciate it a lot more, way more than I did with the people that were coming at me like they were fake ass friends. Don't come at me like you want to be my fucking friend, because I'm going to treat you like my friend. I'm going to treat you like my friend. I'm going to treat you like my friend. You come at me like a fan. Okay, now you're a fan. Okay, cool. Now I know that you're probably going to really want cool shit from me. So I'm going to start sending you like swag shit for like, holidays and your birthday and stuff like that. Okay, cool. I can do that. That's perfectly fine. I can hook you up with certain people, if you need to be hooked up with certain people. It's perfectly fine. I don't mind that at all. But don't come at me from one direction and then switch it up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know the situation between the two, just go and watch it, because it's a fucking mess. But basically, like, that's where the whole thing started from. Long before the whole Tiffany Haddish incident. This was before Jason Lee had beef with Cardi. So it's just kind of like, it's a mess. It's a fucking mess. I loved that drag. Oh my God. It was amazing. It was amazing. I love a good drag. I really do. But it was also messy on his part, because now all of the other bloggers are looking at Armand Wiggins like, you pulled them cards out real fucking quick. You have been gathering receipts. That's the way I see it. I know a lot of fans are looking at it like, oh, he exposed them and, whatever, and everybody's loving it. Everybody's eating it up. Okay. All the girls are eating it up. Yum, yum, yum. Right? But people who are I don't have guests on the show anymore. And I have so many reasons for that. But I still get approached. I don't even do interviews anymore. I used to go on other people's shows and do interviews. I might start doing that again if the relationship is a trustful one. And this isn't me throwing shade at anybody, okay? If I wanted to say any names, I would say names, all right? Everybody that I got beef with, know I got beef with them. Okay, if the last time that we spoke, if we was cool, then we still cool. Don't, oh my God, were you talking about me? No, ma'am. I don't have any problem telling folks that I have an issue with them. Okay, I don't have a problem opening up my mouth. I've been having this podcast for going on 5-6 years now. I don't have a problem with opening my mouth. It's the one thing that I do constantly. So this isn't me throwing any shade to anybody out there, so don't come for me. If you know I have a problem with you, then you know I have a problem with you. So, but the thing about it is this, like, he pulled them receipts out so fucking quick, and then people like me are thinking, okay, and I'm not saying people like me like I'm on his level. I'm not on his level. I'm well aware of that. I'm talking about people who have been in the game long enough to understand how the shit works. I'm not talking about hierarchy as far as popularity goes, okay? I'm talking about hierarchy as far as seniority goes. So the people who have been in this game and understand the folks that are around them, the same folks that are doing the same shit, okay, you have to be able to understand the folks that are around you. Yeah, it may look like we doing the same shit. It may look like that to you, but I'm understanding that I'm taking this somewhere else. You have to understand you take your shit somewhere else. We gonna come together on this one project. But the fact that Armand pulled those receipts out so fucking quick, boy, I promise you, if you pay attention, if you the type of person that pays attention to things like this, watch who unfollows him on IG. And on Twitter, especially on Twitter. Check and see who unfollows him. I'm sure somebody's going to come out with it. I'm sure somebody's going to come out with it. I don't think Cardi B would unfollow him. But, I mean, like, girl, and a lot of people got hit in the crossfire. A lot of people got hit in the crossfire. So, it's just kind of like, it makes people kind of weary to work with him. I feel as though that's what's going to end up happening. I hope not, because I love the Armand Wiggins show. I'm here for all of the tea. I'm here for all of the messiness. I really in the fuck am. It is my guilty pleasure. I love it. I love it. Oh my God, I love it. And he knows everybody. He knows everyone. He knows everyone. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, wow. 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 I don't know. I love him. I hope it all works out for him. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling and it is going on 40 minutes. Girl, let me go. Bye.
You don't hold accountability to my pain. You're being a Karen.
I'm talking about. I'm not a Karen.
To the pain.
I'm not a Karen, and I'm not going to cancel you, and I'm not going to uncensor you. I'm simply going to challenge you on what you're saying. I think you don't understand the pain that you've been causing with some of these comments, and I think that one in particular, I can understand.
Oh my God! God forbid, one comment could cause people to feel any of the pain that my people have went through for years. Even like the blacks being ushered to the left during the civil rights movement. No one has cared about black people.
All right.
No one is.
Let me say, I agree that the racism against black people has been utterly deplorable, shameful, unacceptable, and thank God the world is beginning to move to a better place about the way it has treated black people like you. However, one form of racism doesn't justify.
It's almost in a better place. But
one form of racism doesn't justify another.
It's not a better place.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm finishing my sentence so you can respond. One form of racism. It is racism when you say I'm going death for Jewish people.
I was in a position where I've been hurt, and this is the way I had the right to express myself. The point of this interview is for you to question me, and then for me to answer and say, okay, even though the same rules are not applied to my people, if a person with a gun or drugs is pulled over and has three other people in the car, they're all going to jail. I'm not going to apply that to Jewish people for the sake of this conversation. Isn't that what you wanted? But you know what you did? You tried to civil rights me. You tried to pull me back to a week ago, but we're here today. There's been plenty of conversations and commentary since that, but you want me to go back to 1960.
No.
You want me to go back to 7 days ago.
All right, let me jump in. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to reflect.
Okay, so have we grown? Have we grown?
Here's how we grow. Yeah, here's how we grow. I want you to reflect.
No, have we grown? Have we grown? You're not in charge of my growth. You're not in charge of my growth, Chris.
Okay, let me phrase it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way. And you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Pierce, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business advice.
Why would I listen to you?
Why don't you hear what my advice is and then work out if I'm wrong? Can we do that deal?
Well, the thing is, you haven't given me any credit or a moment of reflection for the comparison that I made, the brilliant, if I do say so myself, comparison that I made to the cops pulling over one black person and locking everyone up.
I understand what you're saying.
And my tweet having issues. Wait a second, I wasn't done with the sentence. My tweet referring to all Jewish people, I said, for the sake of this conversation, I will refer to the business people who have destroyed me and my people and my fellow creatives. But you didn't even accept that I gave you that. You tried to push me back into 1960.
No, I didn't.
Tried to push me back into last week.
No, I didn't.
Okay, do you accept that example that I gave you?
I understand completely the example you gave me. I think all racism is wrong.
So I feel that we've grown.
I would like you to reflect.
I feel we've grown.
If you feel we've grown? If you've now changed what you wanted to say originally, my question for you is, do you now regret saying DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that
I never do live reactions, okay? But I gotta say this. At this point, the interview, like, he's wearing the same clothes, there's the same background, but you just heard everything that just happened, right? Like, I'm fairly positive, because I went back and I listened to this 3 times. This came out 45 minutes ago. I listened to it 3 fucking times. And then just out of the fucking blue, he's just like, he says this.
Heard with the DEFCON, the confusion that I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I use my platform where you say hurt people. And I was hurt.
Yeah. It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said, and you've apologized. I actually think that says a lot about you, right? That shows you've got that ability to be self-aware, to understand when you cross a line. I think someone like you, with all your energy and creativity and your passion, you're going to say stuff. The way that you talk constantly and in such an extraordinary manner, you're going to trip up. You're going to say things the wrong way. I don't think there's anything wrong in, when you do that, doing what you just did and saying, look, I'm sorry, I crossed a line, I apologize.
I want to say that it's wrong to hold an apology hostage, and I got to let go of that and free myself of the trauma and say, look, I'm just going to give it all up to God right now. And say to those families that are hurt, I really want to give you guys a big hug. And I want to, I say, I'm sorry for hurting you with my comments. And I want to word it in not in like a political way, but in a presidential way, which means what I knew a president to be when I was growing up.
Okay, so that's what the interview was. And I find it so incredibly strange how it starts off so childish and then it ends on, I'm sorry. What? Like, I watched it several times. I don't know if that second part of it, if that last little part of it, Priscilla, hush. I'm trying to do a thing right now. Hush. Be quiet. Jesus fuck. Sorry. Cat won't shut up. Anyhow, as far as Kanye goes, I don't know if that was a deep fake or what. I'm not well versed in deep fakes, so I wouldn't be able to tell if it was. But I'm trying to find some sort of explanation here, because that motherfucker just flip-flopped so goddamn quick. Like, okay, yeah, I did a whole episode on Candace Owens and then immediately came back and recanted the entire episode. Okay, yeah, fine, totally did that. It took me a week to do that. Or at least a couple of days. I don't know how long in between days. It felt like a week. It took me several days to do that. This motherfucker flip-flopped in the same conversation. The only original thought this motherfucker ever had was Kim Kardashian and Amber Rose. Please stop saying that he's a free thinker. He's not. He's not. And oh my God, for the love of God, if you vote for Kanye West, there's a special place in hell for you. That's all I have to say. See you next week, unless there's more fucking crazy shit to report. Bye, y'all.